the changing of the guard in the NBA as we head into the conference finals. There are 4 stars who are each searching for their first championship. Very exciting. All right, gentlemen, taking a look at just their numbers this postseason, which of these resumes are you taking? Stephen A., I'll start with you, and let me know if you need me to read any of these numbers for you, if you can see them.
Yeah, of course I need you to reach it.
I got you.
I ain't that,
Okay.
I mean,
I figured.
my eyes
all right,
are
let
good,
me help
but damn it, it ain't that good.
Okay.
That's
okay.
a small
So
print.
let me help you all out. All right. So we got 4 players here. So we've got 29 points per game, 6.4 assists per game, and 29% from 3. We got 28.8 points per game, 7.7 assists, 36% from 3. 26.5 points per game, 5.9 assists, 39% from 3, 17.5 points per game, 9.3 assists, 34% from 3. All right, which one
I'm going to take
are you
the
taking,
26
Stephen
and a
A.?
half.
I got to write this
I'm
down.
taking the 26 and a
You're
half
taking
because of that 39% from 3, because of that 39% from 3-point range.
Okay.
That's what I want right there.
Okay,
That's the one I'm taking.
I'm taking notes. Gil, who you got?
I'm taking 28.87
28.
assists.
Okay, you got it. Peter, where are you?
I hate to do it. I know we want to fight, but I like the 28, 8, and 7 assists as well.
Okay, so you're going there. All right, guys, let me reveal these for you. Okay, so starting with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he was the 29 points per game. Gil and Peter, you both took Jalen Brunson, big body Brunson, as Perk likes to call him, with the 28.8 points per game. And Stephen A., you took your guy, Ant Edwards. So I think everybody's probably happy with their selections, I'm assuming. Right?
I feel pretty good about it.
I mean, you both want the Knicks, and Stephen A., you want Minnesota, so I feel like we're doing well here.
Oh, yes, I love my
want to say Minnesota. I want Ant-Man. I want Ant-Man.
I'm messing with you.
At
We know
the
you want the
Garden
Knicks.
with a championship on the line.
Well, we had 2 guys going with
the
Jalen Brunson, and speaking of him, Kendrick Perkins had high praise for him. Take a listen.
He's the most clutch player in the postseason, leading all players with clutch points. Here's the thing about Big Body Brunson. Not only will he get it done at home in Madison Square Garden when it comes down to the 4th quarter, but damn it, he takes it on the road as well. And if I had to say anybody is the best player right now remaining in the postseason, it's Big Body Brunson, Mr. Jalen Brunson himself.
All right, let's go around the horn on this. Gil, I'm starting with you. Who's the best player remaining in the playoffs? You agree with Perk that it's Jalen Brunson?
Okay, the best player left is Shai. You know, possible MVP, the guy who averaged about 32. He is the best player left, but the best playoff player left is Brunson. Right? Out of everybody on that list that you had, only Brunson is +2, and all of his stats has went up in the playoffs. So I'm going to go with Brunson here.
All right, Stephen A.
No, go ahead, Peter. Go ahead, Peter.
Well, listen, I got to be honest with you guys. The producers, they do a great job here.
They do.
We have a conversation before the show. I wanted to try to make an argument for SGA. I did. There's something happening with this team, man. I can't. Stephen A., you know what this is? Wise potato chips, okay? I'm talking about the old school apple juice from the bodega. New York is in a different place. I called the bank yesterday. When they put me on hold, the hold music was Shook Ones by Mobb Deep. There's something happening, and it all starts with the man Jalen Brunson. You can look at the numbers, and the numbers don't lie. Throughout the game and in crunch time, when they most needed him against Detroit, he comes up huge, gets the game winner. In Game 4, we talked about this earlier, chips were down after they lost Game 3 at MSG. What does Brunson do? He shows up in the biggest way, gives you a vintage Brunson performance. So we can nitpick about who has the higher ceiling in their career, but I can't do it. At this moment in time, Jalen Brunson is the best player playing in the NBA playoffs.
Jalen Brunson is clearly the best player in the playoffs. I think Gilbert's synopsis is right on point. Shai Gilgeous, soon to be MVP, best player, but best player this postseason, Jalen Brunson, best player the last 3 postseasons. He's the leading scorer, averaging 30 a game, better than anybody. The reason I bring up Ant-Man, however, is because if there's one person that has the ability to eclipse the greatness we are witnessing elsewhere, it is that brother. on center stage. This man, Anthony Edwards, can take the hell over and debunk all of that talk. So I get it that Jalen Brunson is the best playoff dude, like Gil said, like you said, Peter. I get that Shai Gilgeous is the best in terms of all around from beginning of the season to now, and he's about to win the MVP. But there's somebody in the mix that can steal thunder from both of them, and it's Ant-Man. And as an aside, we used Perk to tease the segment. I'm here in Oklahoma City. If you remember, Molly, the brother used to play here. And so he bragging about how, he owned this town and all of this other stuff,
like
right?
Like Big Perk.
We don't even know for NBA Countdown if we have a seat tonight. We don't know where we're going to be sitting. We don't know if we're going to be up on the set or anything like that. But they got courtside seats for Big Perk. I roll into a newsroom here. There are 7 women who walk up to me. Oh my God, is Perkins, is he in town? His wife is in town with them. We love them. Oh my God, I'm in Oklahoma City and it's the land of Perk. It's the land of Big Perk. And last but not least,
you're not used to that.
Calling
it's humbling
Brunson.
For you.
I'm not used to it. I'm used to being me. Absolutely true. But the point is, if you're going to be Big Perk, right, and you're talking about big body Brunson, can we get on Perk for calling somebody else big body? He's not a person that needs to be calling anybody else
Maybe it
big
takes
body.
one to know one.
Really
I got to go to break, Stephen A. I'm really enjoying this rant by you, and I'm happy you're venting, but I got to go.
Indiana, Knicks, those were blood battles.
We're going to win something. We're either going to win the game or the fight. I hated Reggie.
I don't talk trash. I'm a good guy.
The clutch player of the year will not be denied. He lays it in. Puts up a 3. Bang!
Our good Midwestern heroes against their big city slickers.
Oh, so good. The Knicks-Pacers rivalry's got a long history. That video got us all hyped. In fact, the Pacers and the team the Knicks have faced the most in the playoffs. So I just want to point this out real quick before we go around the horn on the top rivalries all time. I'm going to air out a little dirty laundry. Stephen A., Marcus was telling me the first time Markieff cried was when?
Was when Reggie Miller, 94-95. Reggie Miller scored 8 points in 8 seconds. Sent him home.
And his brother cried for the first time at about 6 years old.
I cried too.
I cried for days. You hear me? Days.
Tell me what's the best rivalry.
For us, and in sports, this has to be the best rivalry. Like when we were 6 years old, this was the first time we actually loved basketball, right? And I'm gonna just talk about myself because I know he has his Knicks. He was a Knicks crazy man, right? I love Reggie Miller, and when I seen this, I was like, bro, I really want to play basketball now. Like that rivalry, me, the toughness, how Reggie reacted to the crowd, how my brother cried after the game. Like I was like, this is basketball. This is real basketball. Obviously, we were only 7 years old, but that's what I remember. Like that was the prime of sports right there when those guys were like at each other and it was fighting, and then you had Spike Lee standing on the sideline. Like it was a mega fight. So for me, I think this is the biggest history. This is the biggest historic rivalry in basketball.
Keith?
I agree wholeheartedly with this, man. I can remember like it was yesterday. Knicks up 6. Reggie Miller hits the 3, then gets a steal and hits another 3, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, we had great players on the Knicks. That was one of the toughest teams. John Starks was my favorite player, so we were all the way invested. This was primetime basketball right here. This is when basketball was at the best, I think, and I would think Marcus would agree with me. This is when rivalries meant the most. So yeah, I would back that and say that this is the best rivalry of all time in basketball.
Gil?
They must. Y'all twins.
Let me, before you start, Gil, obviously other than the Lakers in Boston. I mean,
okay. I'm glad you threw that out there.
All right.
I'm glad you threw that out there. I mean, you still got the Bulls versus the Pistons.
Detroit, right.
I mean, that rivalry was so big that they had to start lifting weights in the summer. I think they called that the Breakfast Club.
That's right.
When it comes to the Heat, when it comes to the Knicks, I thought the Miami Heat was their biggest rivalry. I mean, nobody got hurt in that Pacers series. No, there was no fist fightings going on. There was no coaches grabbing no legs and no calf muscles in that series. And this rivalry with the Knicks and the Pacers, what did it lead to? Nothing. They both didn't win nothing. Come on, man. No, they didn't win nothing at all.
Well,
just out there beating on each other. Nothing. No championships.
Right.
No nothing whatsoever.
Yep. We got a minute left. We got a minute left, y'all. Gil's right. I mean, you ain't have to say it like that. You ain't have to say it like that. But Boston, LA, obviously, Chicago, Detroit, obviously. The problem with the New York Knicks and the Pacers is that the New York Knicks haven't won a title since 1973. The Indiana Pacers have never won an NBA title. They've been in the Eastern Conference Finals 8 times. One time they got out of the East in 2000 where they got bounced by the Lakers, Kobe, Shaq, and the crew, okay, in their first title. So nothing has materialized into an NBA championship. The last time Indiana was winning titles was in the ABA when they won 3 titles in 4 years. But that's about it. So it's a rivalry. We love to see it. I think it's going to be big time. But the flip side is that, somebody got to close, as I say. And neither has done that since 1973. And that's the problem.
Yeah, here's all I know, Stephen A. If the Knicks are in the finals, we are doing First Take Live. So you're the executive producer. You better find the money, and we better be at the Garden or right outside the Garden with the fans. Appreciate you all. Bye. NBA